Creatives notoriously dread administrative tasks. I'm not sure what it is. I was never built that way. There must be something blocking a part of our brains that says admin is not creating. Today, we're going to talk about administrative tasks for creative pros. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Creativity Made Easy. I'm your host, Dustin P., creative coach and consultant. We are only 11 days away from the launch of my very first book, a memoir called Growing Upward, My Lifelong Journey with Mental Health. I'm in the middle of recording the audiobook as I record this podcast episode, and I cannot wait to share it with you. So you can go to dustinp.com/book to pre-order. If you pre-order before the release date, I will personally mail your copy to you, and you will get the audiobook for free. You will also get free shipping included as well, but it has to be pre-ordered before the release on October 1st. So get those pre-orders in at dustinp.com/book. All right, let's get into today's episode. I really want to kind of break down this thing because as many times as I work with clients who are like, it's just the kind of the admin task. It's just kind of the monkey on our back. It's the thing that we always have to take care of. There are some ways that I think that we can enhance and take your administrative tasks to the next level through the lens of your creative work. But first, I want to talk about this disconnect between admin and creative. While creative professionals often struggle with administrative tasks, there's this mental block that admin isn't creating, and it kind of holds us back from really being able to do things. But remember that admin is problem solving, just like creativity is problem solving. And so if creativity is problem solving, then you can bring that to the administrative platform and begin to use your creative expertise and your angle towards problem solving. Just take, for example, there's a company that I use called FreshBooks. This is not endorsed by FreshBooks in any way, but they took something that's seemingly kind of the mundane admin type thing, right? And they built it in a creative, different way than, let's say, like a QuickBooks Online may have done. Nothing wrong with QuickBooks. It works perfectly fine, but they took a unique, different approach to it. And because of that, they have a lot of creatives that use it because it looks better, it's nicer, it's easier to flow, quicker to understand, all these types of things. There is a disconnect there, but what we want to focus on in today's episode is changing your mindset around administrative work. You need to shift the perception that admin work is a burden to your creativity. Rather, the admin work allows you to do is to express your creativity more, not just in that admin work, but the admin work that you have to do, the things that we always have to do, the billing and the emails and all the laundry list of little tasks that have to go into it. That's the foundation that sets you up to be able to do your creative work. Now, here's what I'm not saying. I know you're thinking already, I don't want to do this. I don't have to do this. I pay somebody to do this. That's great. If you can afford to pay somebody to do your administrative tasks, 100% do it. In Dan Martell's book, Buy Back Your Time, the number one thing he suggests for you to buy back your time and to level up in your professionalism is to get an executive assistant who can take on some of these admin tasks. But specifically today, I'm talking to the people that can't afford to hire out somebody to do it for you. So there's a shift that needs to be made. There's some things that we can do to kind of set ourselves up for this. So here's some things I want to offer you as advice. If you're the one for right now that has to do the administrative tasks, or maybe you want to send this to your admin assistant so that he or she can understand a little bit better about what it takes to kind of get this done at the level that you're looking for. Number one, time blocking. You need to schedule specific blocks of times for admin tasks. Now, we talked about this last week in our time management episode. This is no different. Time blocking and task batching, all of it appropriate for administrative tasks just as much as it is for our creative tasks. Here's something else. automate your admin work. I love the focus funnel. If you've ever seen the focus funnel, you basically take everything that's on your plate and you run it through this funnel. You say, can I eliminate it? Can I automate it? Can I delegate it? Or can I procrastinate it? And I love this focus funnel because it kind of removes all the other kind of fluff out of the way and gets down to what's left that only I can do. So there's some things that maybe you can't afford to pay a person to do it, but you can automate it. There are automated tools to invoice, to schedule, and any other repetitive tasks. There are platforms out there for you to use that for. And like I said, also delegating or outsourcing. Maybe you can't bring on a full-time executive admin, but maybe you can have an intern help you, someone who's going through college and needs just the experience of what it's like to work with a creative professional. Those are opportunities are out there for you. There's a couple of tools like Trello, Asana, Monday.com. You know me, I'm an Asana guy. If you want to learn how to use Asana, that's a lot of administrative stuff as well. You can go to dustinp.com, click on resources, and I have an ebook there using Asana for creative teams. You can check that out. Invoicing, you can do FreshBooks. Like I said, there's Wave, there's QuickBooks, any of that stuff to kind of make it easy for you. But ultimately, you need to do a mind shift of your long-term success. You need to master some of these necessary evils, or you need to build, in order to build your business up large enough to where you can actually afford to delegate these administrative tasks off. But we know for now that we can't. So there's three different kind of categories here with anything that we're talking about in life or business, right? There's DIY, meaning, hey, look, you got to suck it up and do it. Yep, it's annoying, but no one else is around to do it. You are the janitor and the CEO. You got to do it all. There's just parts of it that you have to just kind of suck up and do. So DIY. If you're DIY admin, just remember, segment out time blocking and task batching will help you get that stuff done quicker. Do it first thing on Mondays just to kind of get it out of the way, so the rest of your week is free and open to do the things that you really love to do. Set reminders, bells, whistles, carrier pigeons, whatever it takes to remind you of the things that are mundanely have to go off regularly. But then you can also use some automated systems. There's also done with you. So DIY, done, you do it yourself, right? And then there's done with you. Now, this is some kind of an in between of like, hey, maybe I'm paying for a little bit more of a service to help me kind of with these administrative tasks. Maybe I'm taking on some free coaching, or I'm going to go to a coffee shop and I'm going to meet up with other people. We're going to do some things with you. I'm going to hop on some calls and we're going to do some things together. There's a website called focusmate.com, which basically allows you to kind of get on and work together in community. You're like, hey, look, we all going to have to do this. Let's all just get on here and do it together. Or the done for you model, which is hire a virtual assistant. Now, I've helped many creatives with their creative process, and a part of any process, there's going to be admin work as a part of it. But if that's you and you need help kind of sifting through what that creative process looks like and and how it meets up with the administrative tasks that keep the creative business and the creative juices flowing, I would love to chat with you. Go to dustinp.com, click on the Let's Talk button. Next week, we're going to be back with another episode on, we're going to spend the next couple of weeks talking about the book Growing Upward, because we're getting so close to the launch. I cannot wait to share it with you. Next week, we will be leading up. It'll be the last podcast episode before the launch. So we're going to talk all things Growing Upward. I cannot wait to share that with you next time on Creativity Made Easy. Have a great week.